Hi, Adam.
Hey, David, how are you?
Pretty good. You?
I'm good.
How are your parents?
Fantastic today. Fantastic.
Good.
How's Catherine?
She's fantastic.
Bring some paper towel.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you. You look good.
Thank you.
I'll just give another minute or so for people to come in. Shavua Tov, so good to see everyone. Michelle, Ellie and Lillian, Sharon, Kelsey's, Heather. Wow, Adam, so good to see you. Graciela, welcome.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
How are you?
What's up? So beautiful.
Hi, everyone.
This is community coming together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm feeling very soon in show.
Absolutely.
The show doesn't stop. We had a bar mitzvah today.
Mazel
Most
tov.
well.
That's
It's
lovely.
very nice.
Small group, but it was incredibly joyous.
Yeah,
That's so nice.
yeah, it was very special. And Heather, hopefully once the weather gets nice, we'll allow kids to come for
We'll do a
about an
special
hour
program.
outside. We'll do a special kids program for an hour. So I'll let you know when that starts.
See you sometime in May.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna start. This was a beautiful Shabbat, but it's actually even greater is that we're going from Shabbat into an incredible week. And as we know, the whole idea of Havdallah is bringing the Shabbat spirit and holiness and energy into this week. That we're having two minor holidays in the bags that you got. We wrote about it, the Pesach Sheni, second Passover, like Ba'omer, that even though we can't get together like regular, maybe we'll still do something Thursday night on Zoom or something, some kind of a bonfire or sharing some songs, whatever, we'll figure out. But we're going into a great week and we wanted to bring in it all the blessings and great energies and beautiful and the love and community. Because this week is about love a fellow Jew. We'll hear in the story. So we'll start the Havdallah. Hine el Yeshua siyavtach v'lo yefchad ki yaziv zimras yao Adonai nuva yehi li Yeshua Ushiyaftem mayim besasayin mi mayne ha-Yeshua V'Adonai ha-Yeshua Lamacha b'yircha sechasela Adonai tzivay simanu mizgavana leyakosela Adonai tzvois ashrei yadam b'yteach bach Adonai yoshia melech yaneinu v'yoy mekawadeinu V'Yehudim ha'voisa v'yira v'simcha v'sasayin v'yikar k'eit yalanu k'eit shvois zav Shem Adonai yekra Sabri Maranon Barachato Adonai Aleinu Melech Haolam B'yidei Pri Hadafen Barachato Adonai Aleinu Melech Haolam B'yidei Minei Tzavim Na 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 Oh no 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam b'yirei v'yirei yoresh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechoel ben nar lechoisha v'Yisrael ha'amim ben yom hashviyi v'sheshet yimei ha'maaseh Baruch atah Adonai hamavdil ben kodesh lechoel. Out some of the cup of blessing, extinguish the flame, and we'll take for all of us again wisdom, parnasah, livelihood, all the beautiful things that we all and pray for every day. We're going to make a bracha achrona for the wine, and then we'll go to our weekly story. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam. Allah gafer priya gafer v'atnu v'sasal v'aretchem et v'chish sis v'chat la v'sein lechem v'piyavos b'em mitzvah. Achem gadol lein shalom echal v'yishleim rech v'atzim eshgan kodech v'amazchecha v'alecha lecha. Nei yishleim raked mir ben lein tzachaz chen v'rech v'dushav Torah ki atah Adonai tev metiv v'kamnei lecha. Allah it's v'abri gafer nei Allah it's v'priya gafer. Tonight, I want to share with you story time, miracles, inspiration, to know that what we can expect in the coming week. And this week has in it the theme of Ahavat Yisrael, of love of a fellow Jew, caring for a fellow Jew, because both Rabbi Akiva, who Lag BaOmer is connected to Rabbi Akiva when there's 24,000 students who had a plague and they died within a few weeks. They stopped dying. Rabbi Akiva was the one who made the famous statement that this week, when we read the words, Havdallah riacha kamocha, love your fellow like you love yourself, he said this is one of the most important precepts in the Torah. Love a fellow Jew is so fundamental to Judaism, and so to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, whose care and love for his fellow Jews was legendary. So this story takes us back to the time of the Baal Shem Tov. And the Baal Shem Tov had two of his disciples, his Hasidim, who were traveling, and they came to Vilna. Vilna was a big city, today in Lithuania, then it was part of Russia. And they came to Vilna, and they spent some time in Vilna. So they were going to pray in the shul. In those days, there were little shuls. And very often the shuls were broken down by professions. This was the shul of the tailors, this was the shul of the other water carriers, this was the shul of those who studied Torah all day. It was very often broken down by profession. So they were hanging around in a shul of tailors. And they noticed one person was coming into the shul very regularly. But what was interesting was that this fellow who was coming into the shul was always looked sad, a bit depressed. So after a few times watching the person come in, they wanted to, sort of cheer him up. What's going on? What's bothering him? So they approached him. Hello, how are you doing? What's going on? And they never got much out of him. He didn't speak much. He never shared much with them. And they felt terrible. And actually, the few words he did share, they recognized that he looks like he's not fully there either 100%. So they were wondering, who is this guy? So they started to ask the people in the shul, tell us, who is this? Who is this fellow we see all the time? So they said, we call him the crazy tailor. We don't know much about him. No one knows much about him at all. But one thing they say, that this tailor, he gives blessings, and his blessings come true. That's all we know. How did the people discover that this tailor has an ability to give blessings? So the story was, there was a flax merchant who once he was going about his way. So the tailor, didn't have, this tailor used to be a tailor for poor people. He didn't have much of a living. So he saw the flax merchant who made a nice living. So he says, do me a favor. I need something. I have no money. I need some money. The flax merchant looks at him and says, and what are you going to do for me? So Taylor says, I'll give you a blessing. So he said, I need a blessing now. So he said, I'll give you a blessing. You should be successful in your business. Anyways, the flax merchant the next day was going to visit a local squire, a poritz. So these people were known to be big anti-Semites, but they were very wealthy. And he had a lot of land and he had flax growing. So he always knew every time he had to go to this person, if he caught him drunk, it was a disaster. He couldn't talk to him coherently. All his anti-Semitic feelings came out. He would overcharge him. Like it never worked well. But he had no choice. If he wanted to be in the flax business, this was his main source. But that day, he went, and lo and behold, the squire, the local squire, the big landowner, was pleasant. He was nice. He even gave him a decent price. And he thought, this is only because of the blessing I got from the tailor. So the next time he had to go back to a few months later, he was looking for the tailor, this crazy tailor. And he says, here's a little bit more of a donation. He gave him a nicer donation, a nicer sum of money to help him. Give me another blessing. He gave him another blessing. And he went back, and again, the squire was nice, and he bought a lot of goods from him at a good price, and he made a lot of money. And every time he went back, he always looked for this tailor to get a blessing. And he was doing so well, this flax merchant, that he made a party for all his friends for his success. And he got inebriated, he drank a little too much, and he said, guys, I want to tell you the truth, that my success is due to this crazy tailor. Every time I go, he gives me a blessing, and his blessing is nothing. So all of a sudden, the whole town was talking that this crazy tailor gives blessings and they work. And many people started to come to him to get blessings. So these two Hasidim of the Baal Shem Tov heard this, so they were very touched, a simple Jew giving blessings, it's working. So when they went back to the Baal Shem Tov, to their master, and they told him about this tailor they met. So Baal Shem Tov said, next time you go to Vilna, I would like you to bring the tailor back here. I want to meet him. And they did so. They brought him back to the Baal Shem Tov. And he's sitting by the Baal Shem Tov in his study. Baal Shem Tov says, tell me about yourself. Tell me something about yourself. I hear your blessings, they work. Tell me something about yourself. So the tailor started to tell him, I have a very hard time making a living. I have poor customers, they can't pay, they don't have much work. So a fellow tailor of mine and myself decided, in Vilna, we can't make a living. Let's travel and let's start visiting town after town. And we'll come and offer tailoring services, and perhaps we'll make a better living. And then we'll make some money, come back, at least we'll have what to live on. So he started to travel. And they went and they stayed by bed and breakfast. In those days, a kretschme. In Russian, it's called a kretschme. They stayed by a bed and breakfast, and in many of these were owned by Jews. And they're staying by this fellow, and they notice he's very agitated. So they ask him, what's going on? Why are you so agitated? He says, oh, I'm in big trouble. The squire who I rent my inn from is making a big wedding. And he put on me the task to find them good tailors. I tried to find him some tailors from Vilna, the best tailors. He was not happy with any of them. He told me, if within a week I do not find the tailor from him, he's throwing my family out of the inn. He's taking it away from me. I don't know what to do. So the two tailors said, wow, we are tailors. So he's looking at these two tailors dressed in poor clothing. He's thinking, I brought the top tailors from Vilna, a big city, and it didn't work. Well, what could you guys offer the squire who wants very high-end suits and dresses made? So he said, what do you have to lose? Send us, introduce us. So he did, and the squire gave them something to do to prove themselves. And they brought it, and he was very happy. And he hired them, and they made all the clothes for the wedding. It came the day when they delivered all the clothes, and he paid each tailor 300 rubles, a crazy amount of money in those days. They were very happy. The innkeeper was happy. Everything was going to be good. Just when they were about to leave, the tailor says, the wife of the squire of this big landowner tells her husband, "You're not going to tell them about the Jews who we threw in the dungeon who can't pay?" So the squire said, "Oh yes, I have a couple. They couldn't pay the rent. They owe a lot of back rent, and I threw them in the dungeon. And if their rent is not going to be paid by someone, they're going to die there." So this tailor said, I asked him, "How much do they owe you?" He said, 300 ruble. So the tailor turns to his friend, his fellow tailor, says, "Why don't you and I go in partnership? You give 150, I give 150, and we'll help this Jewish people." So the other tailor said, "I would love to, but I have a starving family at home, wife and children. I can't be part of it." So the tailor said, "I took my 300 ruble that I just earned, and I gave it all to the landowner, and I said, free the family right now." I left empty-handed. The squire was so touched that he said, "Wow, you Jews care for each other." He told the innkeeper, "I'm giving you 1 year free rent." But the tailor came back home with nothing. He heard that his friend went and prospered, took the 300 ruble and invested and prospered, and he had nothing, so he became depressed. So he turned to the Baal Shem Tov and he says, "Rebbe, the way you're asking me, it seems like I've been doing something wrong, blessing people. Am I not allowed to give blessings?" Baal Shem Tov says, no, just the opposite. He says, for the great act of love of a fellow Jew, and that giving all your money away for that fellow Jew, you are a tzaddik. You've reached the highest levels. Your blessings work, and give blessings as much as you can. But the Baal Shem Tov said, I want you to stay here with me a little bit, and I will heal you from your depression. The Baal Shem Tov took him under his wing, healed him from his depression, taught him Torah, and he became a very strong follower of the Baal Shem Tov. So sometimes we look for miracles, we look to great tzaddikim, rebbes, but we all can perform miracles. We all can give blessings. When we go out of our way to help someone and it hurts, when we go beyond what we think we can do, we all become tzaddikim with the power to bless. The truth is, all of us can bless, and we should always bless people who ask for a blessing. But when we do something like that tailor, even if we don't go all the way like that tailor, our blessings work even stronger. So the more avat Yisrael, the more love we display, even at sometimes at a cost to our comfort and even some of our needs, the power that we get to be like a tzaddik is incredible. So as we go into this week with two great minor holidays, Pesach Sheni, the second Passover, Lag BaOmer, the shining light of Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, this is an incredible time to think about what could we do for someone. Who would think of someone who perhaps we know needs some help, not only financially, sometimes they need a shoulder to cry on, they need some help to figure things out, they need they need a hand, whatever it is. Go out of your way and do something special this week for Avat Yisrael, for love of a fellow Jew. And Hashem will help that all your blessings that you give will come true in the most beautiful way. So with that, that's the story of the week. We want to wish everyone Shavua Tov as we finish off longing for Mashiach and Eliyahu Hanavi who will bring Mashiach. Eliyahu Hanavi. I use this page every Saturday night. I hope you all have it. And in the future, take your summon bag. Here we have one that we always had, but take your little, if you still have your spice bag, your candle. Everyone, imagine we all have holding our own candle while we're listening. It'll be incredible. Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agiladi, B'meheira Yavo Eleinu, Mashiach ben David, B'meheira Yavo Eleinu, Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David. Happened the coming of Mashiach and all of us getting out of this pandemic and this exile quickly in our days. We love you all. Those watching Zoom and on Facebook, Shavua Tov.
Shabbat Tov.
Be well, everybody.
Shabbat
And
Tov,
this,
everybody.
this Wednesday night, our journey 7:30 is back to Morocco. Make sure you come and tell your friends. All the best. We love you all.
Be well.
Shavua Tov.
Have a great week till Wednesday.
Okay, see you.
Okay.
Take care.
Yeah,
Ok,
yeah,
Shavua
yeah.
Tov à tout le monde.
Shabbat Tov.
Shavua Tov. Be well, thanks.